It's time for some more DC Metal. Today we're going to be finally concluding this wild and crazy series. If you're joining us for the first time, here's your quick rundown. Batman got far too curious, and his curiosity had him diving into the dark multiverse, where he discovered the evil being known as Barbatos. Barbatos summoned all these evil Batmen, who then came to the proper multiverse and attacked our heroes. It turns out that their ultimate plan is to take the Prime Earth and sink it into the dark multiverse, destroying the entire multiverse. That brings us to today's conclusion of that story. We have an entire playlist that covers the entire arc and all of the origins. I hope you enjoy. In our last video, we watched as Barbatos let out his anti-music scream, slowly pulling the Earth into darkness, putting out the Forge of Worlds. Through her fight with Black Adam, Diana found some of the remaining nth metal that was hidden away in Carter Hall's mace. And with Batman and Superman putting their complete faith into Diana, it is now up to her and Kendra to bring the fight to Barbatos' dark multiverse and stop the darkness once and for all. As Diana and Kendra begin to fight off against Barbatos' endless horde of his dark armies, the remaining Dark Knights capture the other heroes, placing everything onto Diana, Wonder Woman's shoulders. The more that Kendra and her fight, the more that Kendra sees the odds are not in their favor. The two fight through the twisted versions of the dark multiverses, heroes and villains, but soon they begin to become overwhelmed. After cutting off the head of a Minotaur version of herself, Kendra tells Diana that it may be best to allow their friends to sleep in the darkness. Diana clutches Carter's mace, stating, "I will not let them stay in that dark dream. Even if it is just me alone, I can't leave them." Kendra says that they can't keep going on like this. She can't keep using her vambraces to make the note. They're only made from the 8th metal. However, the mace is the 9th. Use that to play the note, and hard. Diana takes the mace and slams it against her vambraces, calling out to everyone to hear her call. As the clang of metal rings throughout the air, the other Justice League members hear it, and all at once their eyes open. They awaken. Once the heroes have a clear mind, they all begin to battle against the Dark Knights. And Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, tells everyone, this is kind of pointless since we have no metal. Mr. Terrific shouts to Plastic Man, telling him, "I know you can hear me! Now is the time! I know you're afraid that you're going to lose control, but we need your help. Form a dinosaur, a bulldozer, or a damn shark. Anything!" Plastic Man's egg begins to shake and he says, "Okay, Dr. Holt, how about all of the above?" Just then, Plastic Man breaks out of his egg, and he begins to tower over the Dark Knights, and he begins to reap everyone in sight. Diana looks back to see Plastic Man carving a path for them, and Diana and Kendra hurry on ahead, with Plastic Man telling them that the mace isn't enough for Barbatos. "I got signals while in the Oblivion. Maybe there's something in there, like a source. We have to hurry, though." As Diana and Kendra get closer to Barbatos' mountain, they find the portal that he uses to bring his dark armies in. Diana tells Kendra to take the mace. She's read Carter's journal. Kendra says that she can't. There's too much dark metal in her. It has to be her. Wonder Woman has to do it. Carter wrote that lore stating that one would find their way through the darkness. All they have to do is stay true to their heart and focus. And Diana asks, what could she focus on? Kendra goes on telling her to focus on what she always focuses on, her friends. She makes people see the truth, that they are loved and worth it, just as she did for her. Wonder Woman is what binds everyone together, saving those who feel alone and hopeless. Diana takes her lasso and hands the end to Kendra. And as Diana lowers herself into the portal, Kendra tells her, "I won't let go." And Diana tells her that she knows. Diana looks down and flies deeper into the portal, telling herself to remember that this is for her friends, her family. All she needs to do is find the source. She stops trying to see through the darkness, and the voice of Carter Hall tells her that the forge is dark now and forever. The metal of possibility is cold, and her friends have returned to its depths, just as she will be. She stops and listens and states, "Wait, is that Carter?" But that's when another voice calls out to Carter. He lifts his hammer and he stops and he asks, "Who?" Kendra swoops down shouting that it is her! It's Kendra! And Carter asks, "Kendra?" Barbatos yells that he is the Dragon of the Forge, just as he once was, and nothing more. Barbatos lets out a dark energy attack, shocking Carter, telling Diana and Kendra that that will be enough. "My Dark Knights have conquered your worlds. We have waged war across the multiverse, and now..." But then another voice tells him, Yeah, and so have we. We've seen all of your evil Batmen, and we raise you ours. Barbados looks back, and the Thull, the musical ship that flies along the frequencies of the multiverse, along with Bobo the Chimp, known as Detective Chimp, leading the charge of the Batmen of the 53rd Earth, attack him. But back down below, Carter Hall is stunned. Diana looks at the molten lava surrounding Carter and tells Kendra that she knows what needs to be done. Hold tight to the lasso. Make Carter see! Diana dives into the lava, and Kendra yells to Carter that he needs to remember who he is. We're Carter Hall and Kendra Saunders, proud leaders of the tribe of the bird. We've lived for 1,000 years, and this is not where our story ends. It has been stolen, and we have to take it back. As Kendra goes on, the Joker Dragon slithers up, hitting her with a breath attack, knocking her down. However, just then the Forge begins to shine, and some of the Dark Knights tell Barbados that the Forge is lit. Barbados shouts, "Let it light, let them hope. They are in my realm. Who is foolish enough to believe that they can win?" Diana calls back that she can answer that, and from the pits of the Forge, Diana, Superman, and Batman all raise up wearing a set of shining armor. Once clear, Diana tells everyone aboard the Thull that she has Superman and Batman, and Superman asks if everyone's okay up there. The Flash says, well, the multiverse is falling apart, but Cyborg and me found some cavalry at the House of Heroes. What the heck are you guys even wearing? Batman tells him, it's the 10th metal from the Forge of Worlds. And the Flash says, yeah, well, you win. Diana tells Cyborg to turn the Thull around, but as he's about to, Barbados begins his attack on the ship. Cyborg tells him that they are fine but trapped. Raven can't get us out of here just yet, but he spotted the cosmic tuning fork. Barbados has it at his summit. They could use it to channel the 10th metal. And as Diana and the others try to get above everyone, Superman tells Batman, you can climb up on my back so that. But as Superman speaks, a Joker Dragon tries to bite down on Batman, so he punches it in the nose, climbing on the back of it, telling Superman, I got it. Once Batman is high enough, riding the Joker Dragon, he calls out to Aquaman and Hal Jordan. And as he does, the light shines in Batman's hand as he starts to forge 2 batarangs of the 10th metal. It is at that moment the story in Carter's journal continues. It is said that the 8th metal is the stuff of gods. The 9th metal is the dark energy that gives its carrier powers to defy physics, and the 10th is also called Element X. That is the metal of the so-called Forge itself, the metal of pure possibility. They say that whoever wields it can have it take the shape of whatever is needed, and arm whoever the bearer wishes. Batman throws the batarangs and they land on Arthur and Hal's chest, and then they stand up wearing a suit of 10th metal armor. Barbados watches as the heroes begin to fight back, readying himself with another anti-music scream, and just before he can open up his mouth, Carter shouts, no! His massive body rises out of the pits and he swings his hammer, cracking Barbados in the chest. While Carter and Barbados fight, Barbados calls out to his favorite knight and tells him to enact the final plan. The Batman who laughs begins to pull out a leather strap, stating, yes, my lord. The plan all begins with the Overmonitor. The Overmonitor, the man who was bandaged in all of the origin stories of the Dark Knights, the one that the Batman who laughs was talking to, begins to ask, why are you doing this? And the Batman who laughs tells him, we're going to destroy everything. The idea is by using positive energy, which is you, negative energy, which is the Anti-Monitor's astral brain, and dark energy, which is myself. We're going to blow apart the realm! And that's when a voice calls out to the Batman who laughs, and Batman asks, do you call this a Batcave? The Batman who laughs smiles, telling him, you know your suit of armor won't work down here. Its energy is canceled out. So it's just the 2 of us, and my sons. The Batman who laughs Robins all begin to run towards Batman, shouting, crow, crow, crow! And Batman drops a smoke bomb as he jumps over them. And that's when the Batman who laughs and Batman himself start to take shots at one another, each of them cracking each other across the face. And just as Batman is about to deliver the final blow, there's a gunshot in his stomach. He falls to his knees, and the Batman who laughs says, this was the same gun that killed our parents. I'd like to keep it as a reminder. But the Batman who laughs then begins to slowly take aim at Bruce Wayne's head. And as he pulls the hammer back on the gun, Bruce tells him, just fire the damn gun. The Batman who laughs tells him, oh, I will. But that's when there's another gunshot. Except the Batman who laughs suddenly has a flag sticking out of his back with the word bang on it. He reaches to pull the flag out and the Joker steps out. You know, you're more like the Batman who talks. But still, this Batcave is better. The Batman who laughs pulls out his weapon, telling him, so we're gonna have an old-fashioned 3-way fight. And the Joker says, not exactly. So, partners, bats? Bruce pulls out 3 batarangs, telling him, I'm going for the legs. And the Joker pulls out a battering axe, telling him that I'm gonna take the face. Together, Bruce and the Joker begin to take down the Batman Who Laughs, and as this is happening, Bruce looks over and tells the Joker, let's be very clear about this. We will never speak of it. The Batman Who Laughs manages to push Bruce and Joker back enough to try and run to his destruction device, but the Joker throws one of his axes, cutting the Batman Who Laughs' arm, and it lands in the lever. Bruce runs over, grabbing the Batman Who Laughs, and as the Batman Who Laughs reaches out for the lever, the Joker swings with another axe, cutting off his fingers. The Batman Who Laughs pauses for a moment and begins laughing. And he makes a break for the device again. Back outside, the heroes fight through Barbados' armies. However, Barbados himself stands above a defeated Carter, holding his hammer. Barbados gets ready to lift the hammer up, and as everyone sees this, Diana pulls off her bladed vambraces and throws it at Kendra. Diana tells her to go, and just as Kendra slides on the vambrace, she spins back around, flying through Barbados' back and out his chest. As his body begins to bubble and fade away, Kendra says that was satisfying, but he won't stay down for long. Diana then says that the antenna that was destroyed was their last option, and Bruce comes out of the cave with the Overmonitor stating, maybe not. The Overmonitor tells everyone that the armors that they are wearing forges everything. It is in every bit of matter, every living person in trace amounts. It is dangerous and it is powerful. There has never been so much of an Earth before, so through all of the humans, you can connect all of them and raise the Earth. Bruce asks if what he is saying is true, then they could use the 10th metal to reach out to everyone that is lost in the dark multiverse, in the darkness, and show them a way back. Fulcrum Abonis. So, the Justice League puts their hands together and they begin to focus their energies, looking for those who are lost. Their energy reaches out to everyone across the world, connecting one another and brightening the entire planet. And as the Earth is covered in light, the heroes begin to see something. With that power gathered, the heroes did cast out the Dark God. However, they also broke something else, the Source Wall. And now, with a hole in the very foundation of the edge of the universe, greater mysteries are awaiting. In the epilogue of our story, the heroes returned home, where Bruce welcomed everyone to the Wayne Manor to hold a celebration for their hard-fought victory over Barbados. As everyone takes their seats, Bruce says that he would like to say a few words before they get started. For the most part, their world has been set right. The damage caused by Barbados and his Dark Knights has been reversed. By virtue of the 10th metal armor that they wore, Challenger's Mountain stands where it belongs in the heart of the Rockies. Barbados is trapped and changed, forged by the Overmonitor himself at the bottom of the dark multiverse, forced to watch the world forge burn bright. Seeing them all here now, he just wanted to say that he is so damn proud of each and every one of them, and with that, he wanted to thank them. However, there is another reason that they have all been brought here. It is not to revel in their victory, but to understand what is coming next. Bruce looks at Kendra and says that it's time, and she says that he saved the fun part for her, huh? Fine. Here it goes. Right now on Black Hawk Island, Carter Hall is recovering for the first time in many years. The Forge took its toll on him, but Hawkman will fly again. Before falling unconscious, he grabbed his journal and started to write with an intensity that scared me. His first entries were what he had seen, but this wasn't about the past, but rather the future. What we did not rewind to the universe. The universe was rebuilt, and in doing so, new things have been forged. All we have right now are some notes, but some passages include Lantern, Dark Stars, Wonder Woman, Dark Pantheon, Aquaman, Atlantis, Risen. If what Carter wrote is true, then we may have brought some dark desires to life. Bruce says that this brings him to a larger point. He's been speaking with the gods of New Genesis, and they have confirmed what they all saw. The Source Wall, the boundary of the known multiverse, has been broken wide open. And Arthur says that from the sounds of it, their universe is like a tiny fishbowl that just got poured into the damn ocean. So then, they've all come here to strategize what to do next. And Bruce tells them no. These threats are real, but they are coming tomorrow. And what got us through it is each and every one of us. So tonight, we're going to acknowledge just that. We will have one night before we go into action, a night as one tribe, standing together. So with that, the heroes toast to new beginnings. And Bruce says to everyone that if they follow him into the next room, he has some entertainment for everyone. Everyone heads over there. Damien and Jonathan hit the guitars as Alfred backs them up on the drums. Everyone is dancing and enjoying themselves, but Bruce pulls Clark and Diana aside, leading them down the hall into another room. Clark says that the universe just seems to have gotten so much bigger, and Diana adds that they're going to have to rethink everything. Bruce tells them that he knows, don't worry. He's been working on a plan. Spread out across the desk in front of them is the blueprints with the title Hall of Justice written on it. And there you have it. Personally for me, while this story got crazy and it was very hard to understand what was going on at times, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great event. I loved how they handled it. I do think that some of the tie-ins were kind of needed in the main storyline, but as it stands, we have the conclusion to DC Metal, and we have an epilogue that sets up No Justice, the new series that is coming out very soon. If you feel lost or you want to see a giant movie version of this, subscribe to our channel, as in about 2 weeks, we're going to be releasing a video that has everything from the origins, the tie-ins, to everything that happened. It's going to be epic. I hope you guys enjoy it. And thank you for sticking around for DC Metal.